In Parashat Shemini, we learn about the signs of kosher mammals, kosher fish, kosher birds, and even kosher insects. And when it comes to the fish, when it comes to marine life, the Torah tells us that it has to have snapir ukaskeset. It has to have fins and scales in order for it to be a kosher fish, and then it is edible. Of course, the Torah doesn't give us a reason for why one type of animal is kosher and another type of animal isn't kosher. These are a chok. These are laws of the Torah that the Torah didn't give us a reason. But of course, we can speculate and we can suggest reasons. Let's analyze what is the snapir, what does the fin represent, and what is the kaskeset. The kaskeset is the scales. The scales are like armor. They protect the fish, much the same way that you have a warrior who is protected in his full armor. And then you have the snapir. The snapir, the fins are used to cause the animal to move forward through the water. It shouldn't just remain stationary, but it can move forward. It can project itself. And the kosher fish has to have both of these. I recently heard a fascinating lecture by Rav Osher Weiss, the great rabbi and halachic authority in Israel and Jerusalem. And he was speaking about the Mishkan, the tabernacle, and how we can bring God's presence into our own home. And he analyzed the role of the Leviim, the Levites in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle and in the temple. And the Levites were shoarim umeshoirerim. They were gatekeepers, but they were also singers. They were choir members in this wonderful choir. They sang while the temple service was going on. So what are these two roles? First of all, you have shoarim. The Leviim are really the keepers of the faith. So you have shoarim. These are gatekeepers. They build up walls so that we can keep that negative influence out. And of course, this is what Jewish educators have to do, and this is what Jewish parents have to do. There is a lot of terrible stuff out there. There's a lot of immorality, and there's a lot of heresy and bad things that we don't want in our homes. And therefore, we have to build walls. We have to build walls to keep this negativity out. But Rav Osher Weiss explains that that's never been enough. It's never been enough, because you know what? You can climb over a wall, and you can tunnel under a wall, and you can break through a wall. It's never enough just to take your children and to bring them in, behind the walls of the ghetto and try to keep everything out. There has to be another dimension. And that other dimension is what the Leviim did with their singing. They brought simcha, they brought joy into the temple service. So it's not enough just to keep things out. That's sort of a negative protection, but there has to be a positive protection. There has to be happiness in the home. There has to be happiness from the Judaism. And in that way, we can raise families with proper Jewish values. Now we go back to the fish. The fish had their kaskeset, they had their scales. That's to protect them. That's to keep out the negative stuff. That's the walls. That's the position that is the duty of the Levi, to be shoarim, to be gatekeepers. But that's not enough. That fish has to be free to swim in the water, to move about, to feel happy in its environment. And that is the role of the Leviim that sing. So both of these are absolutely imperative. But perhaps the second one is even more important, because yes, in the past we have built walls, but they can be broken through. But if we bring joy and happiness into our homes, and we show our children and we show our communities that we celebrate Judaism and that we love it, in this way we will raise healthy Jewish families. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.